Wake up and welcome to another episode here for the Funk It Pod. It's Monday, and you know what it means. MMA Monday time here on the Funk It Pod. The one, the only back in your life. MMA Monday here on the Funk It Pod. And as always, for those who are new, I'm not recapping or reviewing UFC fights or anything like this. I talk about how the media portrays those fights/fighters, how the UFC and the fighters use the media and how they could do it better. Usually that's more or longer or in more detail than today, because today it's only a fight night and you know how the UFC treats fight nights. Moreover, I will do reviews and previews of one championship fight simply because I think there's not that much content out there just yet, and being here in Asia where one is at home and having seen every event that's been in Bangkok, at least live in person, I think maybe I can give some insights on like what's happening here with one championship. Okay, well, we start with the UFC, obviously. By the way, the UFC website is still terrible. That poster for Holland versus Thompson also not great in my opinion. I'm not sure what's happening these days with their social media / I don't know, designers. Are they paying less? Did they fire everyone? I'm not sure. Anyways, the fight Thompson-Holland is going to be fun, I hope, I think. But I'm not here to preview the fights. Even so, I can tell you that Stephen Thompson is ranked 6th and Kevin Holland doesn't have a number to his name, apparently, according to the UFC website. Interesting. So I talked about it last week already. There are two fighters who are doing a good job utilizing and using media, obviously. They've been on each other's podcast. At least Stephen Thompson has been on Kevin Holland's podcast, which I still don't like very much. I don't like his co-host. Not feeling the vibes, but whatever works for Kevin Holland, I guess. Good on them for making the best of it, because UFC certainly not doing them any favors, because definitely not reviewing or like highlighting them in any meaningful manner. So good on them for getting out there, going out there, doing this by themselves and getting some shine that way. I also read that Stephen Thompson, or I heard that Stephen Thompson said on Submission Radio that Jack Black will be in attendance, which is great. I wish they would play the song too. It would be awesome, of course, if they would play it live. And it's the first time, it's a bit sad that this is the first time that Jack Black is going to be live in attendance, I think. But that's a cool thing, and I think they should have done this sooner, but now just capitalize on like the possibility to collaborate with Tenacious D. If you're wondering why I'm saying this, Jack Black is not only an actor, he's the singer of Tenacious D together with Kyle Gass, KG, and they sing the song that Wonder Boy walks out to, which is called Wonder Boy. That's Tenacious D singing that song that Stephen Thompson walks out to. So that's a collab that makes sense, of course. Should have done it 10 years ago. But they're both doing a good job using media. Wonderboy doing like all the media appearances, like Submission Radio, for example, who are doing a great job anyways. Usually they're great at like talking with the fighters just like in a normal setting, which is nice. Even with Luke Rockhold. So good job Stephen Thompson, good job Kevin Holland, also be popping up now everywhere. Probably also going to pop up with the Schmo again, I assume. Great job with the collab on the podcast, both fighters. So you don't need to hate each other to fight each other, so good job from both. I appreciate it. Well done. The second bout on the card, Brian Barberena versus Rafael Dos Anjos. Barberena also not ranked yet, even though he had a big win in his against Robbie Lawler in his last fight. RDA still ranked number 7 in the welterweight division. That just lives from the fact that Barberena killed Robbie Lawler and that RDA is RDA. So no media there at all, no highlights, no packages, no nothing at all from the UFC. At least I haven't seen anything, which is really sad because Barberena and Lawler have been in a war, and RDA is RDA. I mean, he's a legend, and they're not giving them any shine, which is really, really sad. So the UFC is awesome when it comes to pay-per-views. When it comes to non-pay-per-view events, they really don't care, but also blaming the fighters here. Barberena up and coming. Like, I mean, he's not the youngest anymore, but he's got like hype momentum right now. So he should utilize on that. Like, he should be like the legend killer now, like Randy Orton back then. Like, I took out one legend, I will take out another legend. Right, so an RDA should be like they took away my title shot, and so on. So you could tell a story here, but unfortunately, no one does it. We have Mateusz Nicolau versus Matt Schnell. Matt Schnell should, and it's not his nature, of course, but he should also be talking more on social media, utilizing it more. Because I mean, his last comeback win in his last fight was just insane. So he should be like featured way more heavily, also from a company point of view, in my opinion. You could sell so much with Matt Schnell. Like, it's ridiculous that the UFC isn't doing anything here. So I also blame Matt Schnell, of course, for not doing it. We have Tai Tuivasa on the card. How the mighty have fallen from what? From like main eventing, fighting for the title, to being the fourth fight on a fight night card versus Sergey Pavlovich, who's ranked on fifth, while Tuivasa is ranked fourth. Wow. So the card actually looks kind of nice, just from a fight. But again, you see me being surprised because I didn't even know that. It's ridiculous. Like, why is the UFC not doing more, or like saying like that Tuivasa's on the card? This would be like a selling point alone. Crazy. And then the fight before is Jack Hermansson, who's also been in the title picture not long ago, versus Roman Dolidze, which is just insane. Like, how is the UFC not promoting this event even more? The fight before is Eric Anders versus Kyle Dawkins. Okay, not on the most impressive streaks, but still like famous names, or like bigger names, and at least for UFC hardcores. You even have Nico Price, Phil Rowe, Angela Hill. You have Clay Guida on the same card. Oh my God, you have Mark Diakisi and Michael Johnson, who are OGs. You have Darren Elkins. You have Tracy Cortez, Amanda Ibas, like on the prelims of a fight night card. Oh my God, there are so many fantastic fighters on there, and the UFC is doing jack shit. It's ridiculous. It is sad. And again, yes, the UFC sucks in this case, but fighters. Amanda, I follow Amanda Ibas on social media, and I didn't know she was fighting. Like, come on, man. There's something that's not working. And don't blame me for following Amanda Ibas, but what? This is just crazy. This is seriously, all the fighters. You guys stop complaining. It's your fault also that you're not getting any shine. It's ridiculous. Michael Johnson as an OG should be like, people, I'm out here busting my ass. What the hell? Oh my God. This is crazy. Like, Angela Hill, usually like very vocal. I haven't heard much of her as of late. This is crazy. Tai Tuivasa, the fourth bout. This is crazy. This is crazy. Okay, you see, I'm confused, mad, and all those things. Crazy. So yeah, fighters do something. Fighters that are doing something are PFL fighters. At least, and you know, I don't talk much about PFL here, but the finale was great. It was lots of fun to watch, like great finishes, great knockouts, and so on. Congratulations to all the winners, of course. And the loser, Kayla Harrison, we have to talk about it. She's handling it well enough, I think. She's been in the media saying like, yeah, that's just what happens. Now time to bounce back, blah, blah, like all the right things. Let's see if she keeps doing that, and if she keeps like not disappearing now, because she's always very vocal when she's winning. So now let's see if she's just as vocal when she's losing. That will be interesting to see. But the first statement made sense. Let's see what comes after. Okay, let's talk about One Championship. Because, well, at least they're highlighting the fighters, at least to some extent. And as always, they have like the double card coming, like one in the morning in Asia, which is in prime time in the US, and then one in the evening here in Asia as well. I'll focus on the Amazon Prime one because it's probably the one with the more stacked card. Speaking of stacking the card, main event, Renee the Ritter, 2-division champion, is going up one more weight class, is he? To fight Anatoly Malikin from Russia, who, despite like his mean-looking demeanor and being from Russia, is actually a very silly person sometimes, like in the ring and so on, which is cool. I like him quite a lot. The Ritter has been a beast so far, though. A 2-division champion, like runs through everybody so far. So this is going to be really, really, really interesting. Co-main event is submission grappling. So watch the main event. The Ritter, awesome. Malikin, like the Ritter, like a submission specialist. Malikin, fantastic power. So that's gonna be fun. Not that tall though. Kate Rotolo versus Mateusz Gabriel. Kate Rotolo, the new big star in ADCC and submission grappling, the champion in one championship as well. So he always brings it. That should be fun. We have an atomweight Muay Thai World Championship between Alicia Helen Rodriguez from Brazil versus Janet Todd, the champion in one championship. Is she the champion? I thought she's the champion, but why is she on the right hand side? Strange. Anyway, Janet Todd usually brings it, puts on some clinics, which is nice. Alicia Rodriguez looking good, at least on social media. I mean, the pad work and all those things, but it's easy to look good on pads, of course. So let's wait and see. Should be Janet Todd never has boring fights, or barely ever. So check this out if you're into Muay Thai. And Janet Todd usually always brings it. I assume Alicia Rodriguez is gonna bring it too. The fourth bout is the one that I'm looking forward a lot, because it sees one of the biggest prospects in MMA who signed with one championship, surprisingly. So they must have thrown like all the money at him. Roberto Soldic from Croatia versus Murad Ramazanov from Russia. I have no clue what Murad Ramazanov brings to the table, to be honest. But Soldic, like everybody wanted to sign him. One championship got him, which is crazy. So I'm very curious to see this. I'm curious why he's not higher up in the card, but I mean, maybe this speaks for one championship. And the first fight on the main card is Daesung Park versus Lone Tainanes, because from the United States. I don't know Lone. I do know Daesung Park, but I have no clue what to expect, because that sounds disrespectful. I don't know who's the Lone to be honest. Who I do know on the lead card, though, and I wanted to talk about this, is Eduard Folayang, the former champion. Again, a mighty that has fallen. Now on the lead card versus Edson Marquez from Brazil, who's also maybe on the later stages in his career. So like both like from the old guard, so to speak. We also have Amber Kitchen, who will throw the sink at her opponent. I'm sorry. Against Jackie Buntan. Jackie Buntan always brings it, like it brings the fire. I like Jackie Buntan a lot. Amber Kitchen, I also, of course. I just like the never give up, never stop style of Jackie Buntan. So that should be fun. We have Tyro Tolo, the brother of Jade, of course, also on the card, taking on Marat Gafurov. That's going to be interesting. It says catchweight, so I assume that Gafurov is the heavier one in this case. He's been a stable in one championship for a while now. He's big, very good. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Tyro Tolo can do here. And we have Lin Hei-jin versus Denise Sambuanga, atomweight. She's been like always on the cusp of superstardom, at least for one championship. In one championship, but never really like got over it, and then just lost a close decision to Stamp, I believe. So like she was always there, but then she just doesn't get it over. So let's see. She's usually also a very active fighter, very aggressive fighter. So that should also be a good fight. And that's the opening fight on the lead card. So you can see one championship putting on another banger of a card, which is very much appreciated. It's always lots of fun to watch those. So if you have the chance, again, I'm not affiliated. I don't get any money from one championship, unfortunately. So do check it out. At the same day, then also the evening card here for Asia sees Joshua Pasio versus Jared Brooks, the Monkey King. The Jared Brooks sort of like rubs everybody the wrong way, at least here in Asia. Joshua Pasio is the champion. Jared Brooks ran through everybody on his way to this championship bout, so that's going to be a fun fight. Everyone wants to shut up Jared Brooks, wants to see Jared Brooks getting shut up, so that's going to be fun. We have Muay Thai Super Leg Kiat Mugao versus Panpiak Jitmonong. Panpiak from the same gym as Rotang, you can guess from the name, the Jitmonong name. Kiat Mugao Super Leg is also from a very famous gym here. Super Leg has also been around for a while already. This should be just a fun Muay Thai fight. I'm expecting like a big back and forth there. That's gonna be fun. We have a heavyweight MMA bout with Brandon the Truth Vera, the former champion, back in action, versus Amir Ali Akbari, also a former winning fighter. Lots of hype behind him all the time. Couldn't live up to it just yet, but that's going to be like a banging back and forth, I guess. We have flyweight. We have Geche Eustaquio from the Philippines versus Hu Yong from China. Eustaquio is always like, I don't want to say a gatekeeper, but like kind of like in a gatekeeperish role. But it's like a very good gatekeeper. If there's no offense, seriously, there's no offense. We have Jeremy Pakichao, also from the Philippines, versus Tial Tang, who oh yes, I was about to say I don't know, but yes, I know, I remember. He hasn't fought in a while, Tial Tang. Last time he fought, he was very impressive. Like, I think he got a very fast victory, if I'm not mistaken, the last time I saw him. That's going to be interesting. Why hasn't he fought in so long? Won championship. Why? That's going to be cool. We have Janlo Mark Sangyao versus Matthias Farinelli. One of the ones that I look forward to the most. I'm not going to go through the whole card, but in the lead card, the prelims basically, we have Lara Fernandez. What's her name? Pizza Power or something on social media. She fought for the championship in her last fight, and now she's on the lead card. So that shows you one championship. That's the one criticism, right? Sometimes it's like, what are you doing? She's fighting Dankong Banchamek, like a young up-and-coming staff here from Thailand in Muay Thai. So that should be fun. I like both of them on social media. They're both quite cool. Not only like, I look pretty, but they're like doing some prank stuff, funny stuff on social media, which is just nice to see that they're just enjoying the training as well. So that is quite cool. We also have Yasur Mirza Mukhamedov from Uzbekistan, who I don't know, but I know his opponent Umar Khan, Kane Khan. I'm not sure to pronounce it, but he's like really big and power. He looks like he sounds, and that's not no offensive. He looks like he's very big and stacked. I'm gonna run through you. So that should be an interesting first round. At least after that, they both probably don't have any steam left. But the first round's gonna be crazy, I think. But so that's one championship, both events happening this weekend. Tune in, one on Prime 5, I think, and then one championship, 164. Check it out. It's gonna be fun. I'll be tuning in as much as I can, and then we talk about it next week to see if I was right, if you were wrong. The other way around. Let's see. As always, let me know what you think about those fights. Let me know what you think about the UFC not giving any shine to fighters on the fight night card. And let me know if you're watching PFL, if you did watch PFL or that other thing, Bellator. As always, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the thing, rate this podcast. It would be highly appreciated. And stay safe, take care, keep your guard up. Saudi Cup.